Hey everyone, it's Jamie from Longmont, Colorado. I just want to say that this is a different video, a different type of video. It's not about postcards and flyers. It's not about business opportunities. What's about his family? I said July 4th. You never know when it's going to be the last day you're going to see your family member. You never know when it's going to be the last day that you're going to spend with your family. And it's the truth, you just don't know when that last day will be. I had to deal with the loss of my stepdaughter Allie she died of domestic violence on June 8th. And then I had to deal on August 1st with the loss of my fiance, who by choice chose to leave me. And I'm dealing with the loss of not only my stepdaughter, I'm dealing with the loss of my fiance, who I felt my soul was married to him for over 11 years, almost 12. And through the choice of his own, through his choice, he decided to die from my life. You know, there's death. It wasn't Allie's choice to be murdered on June 8th. She died loving me and everyone around her. She died loving her family. James died from my life by choice. And he died not loving me anymore. I don't know if he loves me or still loves me. I don't know if he doesn't love me anymore. But he chose to die for my life. And so I'm dealing with this loss, this double-edged loss. This double loss in just 2 months. And I love James. He's my best friend. I had 11 years of memories, and I had nothing but joy. Nothing but joy in my life with him. Nothing but beautiful memories. And I felt that every moment that I spent with him was a highlight of my life. It was the best part of my life. When he was in Longmont, we would go to coffee shops together. We would walk dogs together because I was a pet sitter, and we would walk the dogs together, and we would just spend the day with each other side by side. Never once did I feel that he was unhappy spending time with me. And I always enjoyed spending every moment with him. We were goofy together. We had fun together. We enjoyed the same foods. We enjoy the same comforts in life. I told him everything, and he told me everything. And we were like, we have this whole connection. And I don't feel I can have another strong connection like I have with James in my life, because our connection was one of a kind. And I can't imagine my life without my best friend. And every day I wake up and I live in a nightmare. And I'm like, where's my best friend? And I'm like, what just happened? What could I have done to prevent this from happening? What could I have said or done differently to prevent this from happening. I feel the same way about Allie. What could I have done, or what could we have done to prevent this? I don't really know. It's just hard to live day to day with this loss. And one thing about death, when people that you love physically die, you'll see them in heaven one day, but on this earth you'll never see them again. When loved ones die from your life, and when loved ones die from your life and that they're still alive, you always hold on to that chance that maybe one day you can be back together again, and one day this nightmare might end. So you always pray that the nightmare will end, and that James and I can be back together, and we can focus on each other and work and go back to the way things used to be. Because the way things used to be was so beautiful and simple and joyous and fun and relaxing and easy and free. It was so easy to be around him. So we never fought. And if we had a disagreement, we always made things work. We always made it work. We never really had many fights or disagreements. It was so easy. And there's a song that we used to sing together with the 1, 2, 3, 4, the white tees, I think is the name. You know, there's only one way to say 3 words for you. I love you. That was our song. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love you. That was our song. So like a light switch. Like a light switch. I saw the change of my best friend by my side to light switch, no longer. And it's so hard to see that. And it's not the first time it happened to me either. My ex-husband did the same thing. My ex-husband, Pete, was in my life for 6 years. We got married on our 6-year anniversary. Then 6 or 7, I think it was April. That's, I don't know. November, December, January, February, March, April. Yeah, 6 months after we got married, he flipped out. And he didn't want to be married to me anymore. And he told me he only stayed with me because he didn't want to hurt me. So it took me years. And in fact, I cried for 3 years straight. It wasn't until I met James, when I felt like when I got to know James, I started things slow because I was falling for him quick. But then when I got to know him and knew the man that he was, I said, this man would never leave me. This man would always be there. He'll always be here for me. And I believed it and I felt it. And then one day, I was proven that my intuition was false. So I don't even trust my intuition anymore. I don't trust my intuition. I just leave it up to God's hands because It's up to God. It's all in God's hands now. I have no control. God has control. And I pray to God that He will help guide James, and just maybe miracles will happen and we can be together again one day in our life, someday in our life again. Because honestly, I can't imagine being with anyone else. And honestly, I don't want to be with anyone. I don't want to be with anyone else. So I pray for God to make a miracle happen. Because I need a miracle right now in my life. And I hope one day we can reconnect and be together again. So I will continue to move forward. I will continue to make videos about my opportunities. But yeah, inside I'm really hurting. Inside I'm really hurting. And inside I'm devastated. So that's my video vlog of the day. I'm a shattered person right now. It's been 22 days since James left me. It's 3 weeks now. 3 weeks of no contact. 3 weeks of silence. 3 weeks of not having him by my side, and not going to a coffee shop, and not going to the food store we go to, and not walking dogs with my best friend, and not telling my best friend everything, and not FaceTiming him. And I chatted with him all day long. I texted him throughout the day about everything and anything. And you know how when we get to know someone, we get to know, I got to know his likes and dislikes and his quirks and things he did, and I thought they were cute. I loved the way he did things. I thought the way he did things and the way he acted was so cute. So unique, and I miss that. And he had a little chin dimple right here, and I would always like hold his chin. I would always like have my finger on his little dimple. He had always had this dimple on his chin. It was like a security thing for me. I would always have my finger to his chin with his little dimple right there. Anyway, I'm gonna say what I said back in July. Cherish every day you have with your loved ones, because you don't know when it's going to be your last. Whether they die physically or voluntarily. Whether they die loving you, or if they die not loving you anymore from your life. Because death happens in 2 ways. Death happens in a physical way, where they die loving you. And death happens by choice, where they walk out of your life. And you have no choice. You have no choice in either matter. You have no choice in either way they die. And you don't know when a family member will just walk out that door and not return. So cherish every moment you have with the people in your life. Because you don't know when this will be the last day or the last moment you get to spend with them on earth, on your lifetime. I hope when I'm in heaven, we can be reunited again, but if he doesn't love me, how is that possible? Will we be together in heaven? If someone doesn't love you anymore, because, you know, they say we see our loved ones again, but if they don't love you anymore, will we see them again at all? So, yeah. Just love the ones that you have in your life, because one day you'll be alone. One day you'll be the only one walking your sphere of life. You're walking your planet, you know. You'll be the only one left. And God makes miracles happen. And I pray for a miracle. So just love the ones that are around you. Love your family, because you never know when they're going to die in one of those two ways. And that's all I have to say for today.